Christopher Cabral é um talentoso animador com uma carreira que, apesar de jovem, já inclui colaborações com produções de topo, tal como o filme Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, lançado em 2023. Chris faz parte da equipa do estúdio Soho VFX, localizado em Toronto, responsável pela animação de alguns dos maiores filmes e séries de Hollywood.
Growing up, I've always had a fascination and a passion for arts-related things. I started with drawing, into painting and doing like sculptures here and there. And then I found out that I could do that on a computer. Found a love for animation. That was like always a thing that I really enjoyed growing up was, anime, Disney films, and just things like that have always kind of inspired me. You get to explore like things that could never really happen and like kind of make it happen. Like you're bringing your what's in your head to life essentially. Like when we're animating, we have just like a puppet essentially that's like posed like this, looking so strange, and then you got to give it character and make it put on a performance. So whatever's in your head, you got to bring to life in a way that makes sense and like feels natural.
A animação é um elemento crucial na produção e edição dos filmes e séries de hoje em dia. Chris e esta equipa têm a responsabilidade de dar vida ou aprimorar certas cenas que não puderam ser filmadas por razões logísticas ou orçamentais.
I work for a VFX studio, so if we have a shot where something couldn't have been filmed and they kind of need it in the shot to make sense for the story or whatever, we'll go through our entire pipeline. So typically we'll start with asset creation. So we'll have an asset artist here, create whatever they want to put in. That be a car, could be something as simple as like a bottle or, like a telephone, right? So they'll create that, it'll get textured so it looks how it should look. And then I'll bring it in, and then let's say it's being like thrown or the car's being driven in the scene, just in the background, for example. I'd make that happen. So I'm the person who's making things move. Anything that involves movement that is not real, I'm the guy behind it, yeah.
O animador aborda a sua experiência nos estúdios Soho VFX, a qualidade técnica dos seus colegas e como colaborar com as maiores produtoras de Hollywood tem elevado o seu estatuto artístico e profissional.
I got my demo reel together, so basically like all my student work and my personal projects, and I was actually applying to quite a bit of places and nothing was really catching, if you will. And a friend of mine, he used to work here, and he was just like, just go apply at Soho. They're a really good team, they're really good people. Like, I've seen your reel, like, I know for sure they'll hire you. And then, I bit the bullet, I did it. Here I am, haven't looked back since, so. I want to definitely explore more of, like, the effects side. So it'd be like simulations, for example. So simulations doing, smoke sims. So if there's, like, an explosion or there's dust that's required in the shot, learning how to do that and be able to tweak it as necessary to make it look proper for the shot. Fires, things breaking. Just it goes really well with animation, so I could do my animation work and then apply it in a way that could work with effects too. So if like a character is, I don't know, if I'm animating a character that has when he's like swinging to hit like a mailbox or something, I don't know, I could do the sim on the mailbox so it looks like it properly like splinters off with the wood and then falls over and reacts accordingly. So a lot of things like that. I think like that would be a nice way to level up my game.
Chris destaca o orgulho que sentiu quando viu o seu nome ser incluído nos créditos de Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, uma produção gigantesca e mais uma edição de uma franchise verdadeiramente histórica no mundo do cinema.
That was my first credit, so it's crazy still to process my head around. That was a lot of fun to work on. It was a really big project. And then there was a slasher thriller flick that we worked on as well called Thanksgiving. That was a lot of fun if you can stomach that kind of genre. And and then we also worked on the Marvel Echo show. That was another really cool project.
A influência da inteligência artificial tem vindo a crescer de uma forma notória e veloz na área de entretenimento. Chris confessa que não se sente ameaçado por esta tecnologia, escolhendo em vez ver o impacto positivo que tal pode trazer à eficiência na edição e produção de filmes e séries.
As we see computers get stronger and cheaper, that'll be the biggest factor. The biggest issue I think we have is like waiting for things to render out because it takes quite a bit of time, especially when you have big shots with lots of CG in it. The technology will mainly affect like the more aesthetic side of things, so how things look, what kind of quality we're able to put out, so if it's gonna be 4K, 8K, etc., etc. I think that's where we'll see like lots of leaps. It's just better workflows, just to make things faster and better for the user that's creating it.
Chris Cabral revela os seus planos para o futuro, demonstrando o desejo de continuar a animar cada vez mais filmes e séries de Hollywood e inspirar audiências espalhadas por todo o mundo.
I want to continue working on cool movies, work on cool movies, and that's mainly it. I like just creating, you know? And if I get to be a part of a really cool project that gets to do some pretty cool things and inspire some more people, I think that's what I drive for. Any piece of art, so long as it makes you feel something, it could be anger, happiness, sadness, I think it does its job if it does that. So if I could do that, inspiring is also great, you know? If I can make someone like be like, that car explosion was really cool, I want to learn how to do that. And then they fall in love with that, and I think that's really cool, because that's kind of what happened with me. I get to wake up every day. I'm excited to come into work, you know, work on cool projects, and yeah.